Hi guys, this is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually part of a blog hop. I know this is my YouTube channel, not my blog, but you know, I always want to share the videos with you guys too. So anyway, in this blog hop, we're going to be featuring all the fun goodies that were in the January 2022 club kits from Spellbinders. So this is going to be really fun. We're going to be using all those fun things that you've already seen me do in one video on for all of the different clubs. I did see that there is an issue with the embossing folder of the month club. This is a brand new club and it's already sold out. There are some others that are already sold out as well, so you'll want to head on over to the Spellbinders website to check it out and see what's still available. I am really excited about that one because that embossing folder is awesome. Anyway, looks like the clear stamp and die is all sold out, but the clear stamp is still available, so that is super cool. Okay, so I'm just reading over an email that I got from Spellbinders talking a little bit about what's going on. It says, we also launched the new embossing folder club, which I already mentioned to you, on January 1st. The response has been so overwhelming the club has sold out. We will try to bring the design back again at a later time. So for that, you'll want to always check the past club sections. Sometimes things do come back, and this last year I did a bit of shopping and got a bunch of stuff out of that past club section. So be sure to sign up for our clubs right away on the first of the month so you don't miss any of our future designs. So we're going to be doing a blog hop. To celebrate the new release, we are giving away a $25 gift certificate to 3 lucky blog readers selected from the comments on the blog. Giveaways will be closing on Sunday, January 16th, that's this next week, at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The winner will be announced on the Spellbinders blog post the following Wednesday. The winner will be responsible for any shipping costs, duties, and taxes. By the way, the store credit gift certificate is not going to be applicable to any club subscriptions, but you can shop all of the past club products and all of that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my project since, you know, I just went through all of the extra stuff. What I decided to do is, because this thing is so huge and I didn't actually get a chance to use everything yet, I decided I am going to get a hair out, make a card using the stamp set. I have not used that yet. I did make 6 cards on my past video. You'll see a link to that up here. Also, if you missed it, yesterday I had, that would be Tuesday, yesterday I had a live stream, and on that one I made some, wonder if I still have them over here. Anyway, I made some memory dex cards and used Spellbinders products from this kit for those too. So that was super fun. Today, I think I'm probably just going to make a card. Haven't decided 100%. You guys know that's kind of me. So I'm going to go ahead and start playing. So I started off by flipping through some of the stuff in that kit, and I've got kind of an idea anyway as to what I want to do. So what I'm starting off with is I'm going to stamp off this pretty heart, this flower heart, it's full of flowers, onto that pink cardstock that's in the kit. Actually, I think the pink cardstock may have been left over from another card, and I may have pulled that from my stash. Anyway, it's pink and it's pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that heart out and do a little bit of heat embossing. So I'm using my Gold Recollections embossing powder that I usually use. I really need to get this stuff used up because it's only about like 3 years old, and then I can get some new stuff, right? So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up, and I absolutely love watching this stuff melt. I mean, who doesn't? It is just too pretty. I really wish I had not struggled so much with my AC before now, because I love doing the heat embossing. It is just so nice. So now I'm going to grab out a couple of pink markers. I decided on the PP1 and PP2. They're real close to the color of the paper, and so it's not going to be too much of a contrast. And I'm going through and just coloring up the flower on this smaller image that I stamped and embossed. Now here's the thing. I do decide later on that I need a little bit more bold, so I do move up and go to the PP5 on that. And as you can tell, I'm using that extra bold color, the PP5, on both the larger heart flower heart image and the little flower that I've got there. And to be honest, I love the way that this is coming out. Next, I'm going to do something that I rarely do. Usually I cut everything out using a die, or I run it over to my scan and cut machine and let it do all the work for me. This time I'm actually cutting it all out. I am fussy cutting right up against that embossed line, and I have to admit, it looks like I have gotten better at it. Practice makes perfect, guys. So I've gotten a little better at doing that, and this is turning out really, really nice. I am not going to make you sit here and watch me cut the whole thing out, so let's go to when I finished up cutting this guy out. I decided to basically mount that little heart on a piece of white cardstock. So I'm going ahead and adding some foam tape to the back, and then I'm going to adhere that down to this scrap that I've got of some heavyweight white cardstock. And then I'm going to go and cut around that image. So I'm just taking some scissors, and I'm not doing the real tight fussy cutting for the rest of this. I want it to have that little bit of a white border all the way around. So I'm just cutting out this heart. Next, I'm taking some of my scraps from where I had been making those other cards, and I am going to go ahead and trim off a couple of pieces that are a little bit longer than the 5.5 side on an A2 size card base. And I'm deciding I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down onto the card and see how I want to position them. I am just in love with this music sheet. I don't know what it is, but I love the idea of sheet music. It is just so darn pretty. And I decided this time, instead of bringing it all the way to the top, I kind of brought it down a little bit from the top, so it's a little bit offset. And it looks like I didn't glue the tips as well as I'd like, so I went ahead and glued those back down. And now I'm going to glue down my heart, kind of in the middle, but down towards the right center. Next, I need a sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp out "Here for You" on some vellum and some Versamark embossing ink, and then I'm going to do some heat embossing with that same gold embossing powder. Now, I almost started heating this up at my desk, and then I realized, oh no, my husband is on a conference call, so I had to take this to the other room to get it embossed. Okay, vellum is typically tricky to adhere down without showing all of the adhesive. Well, so what I'm trying first is to just run a small line of glue along the edge and adhere it right to the edge, and then I went ahead and put that second flower, you know, the one that we colored up after embossing it, put that on the front with my sentiment, and I think that looks just pretty. And now I'm adding a little bit more of that glue along the back side behind those pieces. Now I'm doing the same thing on the other side and adhering that edge down. Now that looks fine, but I don't know, I guess I'm afraid that it's going to peel up or something. So I'm going to cut a couple of thin strips out of this gold cardstock that was in this card kit. I'm still not 100% sure that it's not partially metal, because look how the thing curled, and the way that it feels like kind of like a foil metal strip, but it's not as heavy, and it's not as sharp. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe this paper, but it is fantastic. So I go ahead and put that down along one edge, and I'm cutting a second strip because, of course, the first strip wasn't long enough to do both of them. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So you know I need a little bit more bling on here, right? So I'm grabbing out those little sequins that I've had in my stash forever. These are ones that I picked up at Target probably 2 years ago, and I've been using them off and on a little bit ever since. I think it's actually table scatter, so it's not really made to go on individual cards, but I think that this works just perfect. Now I'm going to draw a little kind of a wavy line going down through the center at a diagonal on my card, and that's going to finish this guy up. I think that this is just beautiful. If you'd like to see some more cards where I use some amazing Spellbinders products, be sure to check out this playlist here, and remember, if I can make it, you can too. Go ahead and hop along to the rest of the hop because I know there's going to be a lot of amazing projects for you to see. I can't wait to see them myself. And you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.